I do, folks. This here's the old mountain man talking at you from the backside of this here lake in the hills of Arkansas. Well, I think I'm gonna do a little review today, my very first official review, and it's gonna be of the Camillus Carnivore X. I'm gonna put it to a little test. There's been some dispute amongst knife snobs that this knife here might break if it's put to use as a out here clearing brush or whatever, or cutting firewood. You know, myself, I don't look at this knife as something that I'd want to go using on heavy stuff or whatever. I'd want to use it more for cutting meat, just because of the shape of it and all. I don't know. That may just be me. But, well, I got a hickory limb over here laying out that I had went out and found while I was out here roaming around the woods doing a little squirrel hunting, and run onto a nice hickory limb, and I thought, well, that'd be perfect for this review, for this test, to kind of alleviate people's unreasonable fears. Anybody that knows good knife companies knows that Camillus is a top-notch knife company, and some people just need to pull their head out of their ass and quit behaving like the world's gonna come to an end if a blade breaks. This one was on what they call a rollback from back there in the Walmart sporting goods. It was something like $27, and I got it for the bargain price of $21. Well, that was the price tag anyway. Let's see how this is gonna look down here. So here's the hickory limb. It got blowed off of a big old hickory tree. And we got about a 3-inch limb here. And that is 100% USDA American hickory. Let's see here. Go the whole length of the blade on this cutting. No damage yet. Knife ain't broke. So far, so good. There it is. And there you have it. Got a pretty mean piece of hickory. Okay. Now for shits and giggles, I got a piece of green hickory. Let's see. This is something I cut here a little while back. It was a sapling. I'd gotten me a larger grill, and I was able to cook more meat right there on the grill. So I went out and I got myself I picked out a sapling that had a rotten spot running up the side of it, and this is near the base. This is It was just slightly larger at the stump. I picked a sapling that had some fungus growing on it, and it was going to probably be dead in the next year, which is a sad thing. And normally I don't cut live green trees, but like a dead tree is going to be green. Well, whatever. Sometimes I misspeak. Y'all know that. You still watch my videos anyway, I appreciate that. Alright, so we got this board back here. This webcam turned around. That adjusted just right. Now, yeah, if everybody knows, everybody that's ever cut any firewood knows that seasoned wood is a whole lot harder than green wood. So here we go. Yeah. Oops. That's the first time that bouncing bullshit's happened on me in a long time. It hit my watch band over there instead of hit my arm. And there's some silly crap that come up on my screen here I gotta close out, just like it did in that other video. There it is. It wasn't blocking my view, but it was blocking you. It was blocking my view and not your view. There. Ah, come on now. Yeah. I say this. Cutting green wood is a bit more difficult than cutting cured wood. The cured wood was letting go of a lot bigger chips, or the greener wood is not getting these little bitty chips. No, edge ain't bent. The edge ain't bent. It's not. I've seen some cheap knives. You sling them into a piece of wood that knocks the edge all cattywampus and it gets warped. It's got a wave in it. But this one ain't. I mean, this is titanium bonded steel, people. And, you know, I run into these goofballs on Facebook. You know how those frickin' idiots are. Oh, well, it might break. Well, let's see if it's gonna fucking break. I don't see it breaking. Do you? I don't see it breaking or warping or anything. What do you think? Oops. That's one of them things most people would edit out. I don't. Got it right up there close to the tip. Check it. Well, come on now. Get over here. Alright, back here by the handle. There you go, there's your view. This old 2x12, it ain't that solid. It done rattled all the pieces down there. It got water damaged. There it is again, to show you how close it is to the handle. How's that for a torture test? By golly. This is an oak 2x12 that I'm slamming this down on. Now, he got two little nubs of hickory. Oh, that smells good. That's almost got a sweet smell to it. Daggone. That could be addictive. That could definitely be addictive. Hey, you know, I worked up a little bit of a sweat. Yeah. Yeah, but that ain't a bad thing, you know. Working up a sweat's good for you. You know. Hell. The knife held up good. And I don't see nothing wrong with it. And I recommend it. But you know, I went to some extremes with that green piece of hickory. Not because it was green, but because, you know, I knew I could sink the blade up real good and deep into it and not do any dang. Wait a minute. Yeah, it was a that was an optical, one of those things where you got I got the sun setting over here. It's 4:21 p.m. No, it's not bad up. But anyway, it looked like it there for a second. I thought, wait a minute, I caught that in that webcam image, and I'm like, oh, look at that a little closer here. But it held up good. I recommend this blade. And as I said in the video where I was test firing my that personal defense load that I came up with that design. I push things to the limits when it comes to gear, ammunition, distances, stuff like that. I push it to the limit. And I do it for a damn good reason, because we all depend on the stuff that we use out there in the woods. I got an old Rambo 4 copy that I got from Bud K. Now this right here is wood splitting for the mucker, but as you can tell, it's got gaps in the blade. It's bounced off of rocks and stuff, and it's, yeah, it's cut through wood, hit rocks, but it was just like, what, $40 or $30, something like that. I paid $40 when that was first come out, and I've had this blade for a number of years, and it is one hellacious slab of steel. You can see where I've pounded it with hammers, and a 16 pound splitting maul head and an 8-pound splitting maul head back here on the back, and it's buggered it up. But all in all, I've had this thing about 5 years, and by golly, I say, it's tough, and it's real good wood chopper. But I just had to get out here and alleviate some fears about this knife. Don't sweat it. If you damage it, if you do anything, well, hell, just contact the Camillus company, tell them you bought this blade, and send it back. Fill out the warranty card. If you damage it, they'll replace it. No problem. And that's, you know, that's for normal use. Now, going over here and doing stuff like I did, as I said before, that's extreme. Don't be doing that crap just because you can do it. Don't be an idiot and pound, you know, go out here and break rocks and try to cut, you know, try to stab steel drums or what the hell ever. Like some idiots on YouTube that I've seen. Yeah, that's not something that a knife is for. You know, if you want to break rocks, use a fucking hammer. If you want to punch somebody in the head and have fear of them ducking, don't use a trench knife and pound it on rocks trying to test it like I seen this moron on YouTube doing. He broke a cold steel knife. I think he was is an extremely dumbass idiot for getting out there and doing that to a cold steel blade. He's trying to discredit the company or some damn thing, or just trying to prove he could do something. You know, I don't know how many repetitions it took, but I knew it only took me once watching that video where I clicked on something else and got away from it. Didn't give it a thumbs up, didn't give it a thumbs down. I just got the fuck away from it. Didn't even comment. Too many other people were saying exactly what I wanted to say about the guy being a fucking idiot. And we all know who it is. He's big time fucking YouTuber. Big time. Got thousands and thousands of subscribers. And I ain't even gonna give the fool the credit me saying his damn name. His YouTube name. The fucking dipshit. The thing of it was, I once followed him on YouTube. I was once subscribed to him on one of my other channels that I had deleted. But no, knives are meant for a particular purpose, and as I said, I went to an extreme here today, and if I would have damaged this blade, it would have been entirely my fault. And it wouldn't have been no fault of the quality of the knife. It would have been me going to an extreme, and I would have just been stuck with a damaged knife. Because I would have said, yeah, I put it to a torture test, and it broke or bent or what have you. But then, you know, yeah, it's in fine shape. You know, I'm sitting here looking at it, and I don't see nothing the matter with it. And I'm sitting here up close and personal with this thing, and one thing I do want to do is one of these days I want to get out here with a piece of deer antler. You know, we got almost a 20-minute video now. I want to get out here with some deer antler one of these days during a video and saw on some deer antler. And then I want to see how good this little cutter here is, this little gut hook. You know, about skinning maybe a deer or something, if I can get somebody to bring me a deer over here, skin, what have you. By golly, the Camillus Carnivore X. That's the #1 grade blade, in my opinion. And by what you seen out here, I put it to the test. Y'all take care now and go pick you up a Carnivore X over at Wally World or wherever online. It's worth the money. And they're titanium bonded, which I don't know if that means exactly what that means, but I'm thinking, you know, a layer of titanium over the outside of the knife. I don't know. Somebody out there smarter maybe in the comments could tell you better than I could. I'll talk with y'all later. Take care. And you remember, be nice until it's time not to be nice, because, you know, you just can't be good to everybody.